Yo, what up, dudes? Welcome to the video. Today, I want to talk to you guys about just basics of Fortnite building. I know there's still a lot of people who might have found Fortnite from no builds. They want to get into building, or they never really figured out a way to kind of hone their skills. I want to give you guys a rundown of just all the basic building tips, how to defend, how to attack, and how to just think through each individual fight and be a better Fortnite player. If you're an absolute expert and you're a comp like wizard, this is probably not going to be the video for you. But if you're like me and you don't have crazy fast reaction speed, but you want to be able to learn the meta and play and keep up with a lot of these faster players, this is the video for you. If it helps you out, drop a like. So the number one way to learn Fortnite, in my opinion, is not even on a practice map or doing like late game arena. If you don't know how to build or you really need to hone your skills, literally just load up your own map on Fortnite and just practice building. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to practice, how to drill it, and how to get really good really quick. Number one thing that you got to learn how to do as fast as possible is box up. So if you're getting shot in Fortnite, a lot of people make the mistake of looking around, trying to figure out where people are shooting them from. And this is going to be definitely drilled into you from zero build because you want to figure out who's shooting you and how to shoot them back or get away from them. But in build mode, what you want to do, as soon as you're getting shot in the back, you want to just immediately box. And you'll get used to doing this as fast as possible. You can be in really awkward areas, getting used to throwing down builds as fast as possible. But just get used to like trying to sprint, slide, and then boxing up. Try to get that off as fast as possible, right? And just learn on how to box up really, really quick. I know it sounds silly, but literally just practicing this is huge. Once you figured out the basics of just throwing a box up around yourself, getting the walls up, I usually like to go walls up first, and then put the floor and the pyramid above me. And then you can throw down a pyramid in your box. Once you've got that done and you've done that as fast as possible, the next thing you want to do is always expand this out. Ooh, I missed my edit. Always expand it out by another box. There's a big reason for that, and what it does basically is it allows you to have an escape area. But if you're playing against a player who's really, really quick, it's a cracked out little Timmy, it's clicks, and he's pushing you, he's probably going to steal your wall on you and be able to jump in on the box on you. So what you can do is by having the pyramids down preemptively, you can edit that up in whatever direction he's coming from, right? You can edit that really, really quick once you get practice doing that. Again, something else to practice is just editing pyramids. But you can basically use that to play defensively and then push back out into your other box. And you can either like edit out, jump on top of him like this. Either way, you have a way you can escape from that pressure and that fight. You can even just keep boxing out and make another structure. Keep boxing out, make another structure. So you have more and more area that you control. So much of Fortnite right now, instead of these like high ground retakes to the moon, is actually more so about just gaining possession of build areas, and then you can make peaks. One thing that I didn't really mention at the start of the video, but I think a lot of you guys know, but I'll reiterate, is Fortnite is so much about getting the what's called the right-hand peek, which means you can walk out, have your reticle lined up exactly where their head is going to be. Like imagine that chest over there is another player's head. I can walk out, have it pre-lined up, and shoot right onto their head right away, and that gives you a little bit of a time advantage on the other person. You can also walk out, and then immediately after shooting, you can build a wall. And so you can basically, a lot of the times, even against really good players, get a shot in on them before they can shoot you back. So the next thing is, what if somebody's just pushing you super aggressively? We'll pretend this bot outside my window right here is an actual player. So what you can do, if this guy's trying to take my wall, again, you can open up the pyramid to run away from him, move out this way. But if you want to get aggressive on him, you can always go with the classic window peek, right? Take a shot, close it back up. The one thing I would recommend to do is oftentimes when you go for a window peek, what you want to do is wait for them to be shooting a lot of the shots at you. Like they might be just spraying an SMG at your walls. Wait for it to sound like they're about to be out of ammo, or like watch for the reload animation and then open it up to get your shot in on them really, really easily. If you get a good shot in, then you can push out. And so how you want to do that, again, you got to make these edits, right? So we'll go for an edit like this, but immediately be laying my floor down. Wall it off. You can even throw your roof in the pyramid depending on how much skill you have and how quick you can get with your editing and your building. And then you can make your edit and bop them, right? So a lot of it is just preemptively controlling fights to dominate your opponent and then giving yourself routes out of that situation. Another preemptive trick I like to do personally. This one's a little bit tricky to hit if you're brand new to Fortnite, but once you've made your box up in your like 1x1 cone, stand on the very top of the cone. Edit it so that it's R3 open it up, and then reset it. And then before you confirm it, right, you want to keep it open, but reset it, and then jump and R1. And you'll be stuck underneath your cone, and you're going to be saying, why would I want to be here? That looks like trash. But what you can do is if you're built with brick, you can grab your cone, be looking all around, and if a player's creeping up on you, they will not see you underneath this brick, and you can jump out, get a shot at them, and, you know, start off at a huge advantage. I've literally killed so many good players doing that strategy, and you literally cannot see them. Obviously, you can see a player underneath the cone when it's not built, but right here, there's absolutely no way to see that player. Now, I know a lot of this stuff might seem daunting if you're brand new to the game, but trust me, you can learn this really, really quickly, just how to box up, and so much of your fighting skills will just come purely from your ability to make this box quickly and then fight your way out of it. And again, being in your own world, doing like a little bit of creative, and just working on like hitting this edit that I didn't hit, but you get what I'm saying? Like this edit, going with a cone, and then also working on hitting an edit and then throwing a ramp out or like cones. Just working on chaining things together is going to be absolutely huge for your ability to learn, develop, and get way, way, way better at Fortnite. And just sitting on your own practice map and getting used to your binds and like how to like put that together to hit good edits and outplay your opponents is massive. And I have to stress this, it really doesn't take that much time to get really good when you're playing in creative. The thing about playing Battle Royale all the time is oftentimes you're only really using the skills you have when you're being stressed and forced by another player, so you have no opportunity to really learn new things when you're actually just playing Battle Royale. You can only really use like techniques and skills that you already have, and you can only really acquire those skills in creative. Like, I've literally learned how to edit way better just by taking 20 minutes to just run edits in Fortnite creative. Now that I got that out of the way, the next thing you got to learn if you're brand new to Fortnite builds is 90s. 90s, for those who don't know, is a way that you can go straight up in the air as fast as possible. It is the fastest way to build up so you can get height over your opponent. And same thing that I was talking about earlier about right-hand peeks being really, really good in this game and getting you like a little bit of a peeker's advantage where you can come out ahead and look at the person beforehand. Same thing happens when you get height. When you have height above other players, you can like jump out and shoot down on them. You can shoot from the right side here. And so like I'm shooting down at them. If they're anywhere down here, their whole body is exposed to me. But if they look up at me, it's only a sliver of the right side of my body is visible here. And if I want to go with a shotgun shot, I can jump out and then literally build as I'm jumping out on them. So now that you understand the importance of having a height, how do you get it? We'll talk about high ground retakes later in another video. But as of right now, the best way to take height as quickly as possible or to maintain height is to be able to 90. And how you 90, it looks like this. I just missed one right there. But that's what it's going to look like when you're doing a 90. What you're actually doing and why this gives you more speed is you're going up and you're continuing to run forward at like max speed. I'm not really doing it there because I'm trying to do it slower to see what it looks like. But you're basically running up a ramp like this, like you'd be running at max speed, except you're able to do it in kind of a loop that puts you straight up into the air. So it's a little bit harder to attract a person. You're building walls around you so you're a little bit more concealed. And the way to do it, the rhythm to it, is to only jump on your second 90. Because if you jump too frequently, you get jump fatigue. Like if I just spam jump right now, you can see my jumps getting shallower and shallower until I no longer leave the ground. So if you're trying to do 90s where you're constantly jumping, it's not going to work. How it works is you jump up, and then as you're getting to the top here, you lay your floor and your ramp down, and you phase upwards. So basically when I'm at this level, even though I'm not at the top of the ramp, if I lay a floor, now I'm on top of the floor. If I lay a ramp, now I'm on top of the ramp. So you literally use your builds to kind of boost you up in the air. This is by far going to be the most complicated thing for a brand new Fortnite player to learn, but also something that's so important for getting better at the game. Because basically what's happening is you're literally using your builds to push you farther into the air. Again, look, I'm all the way down on the ramp. I put a floor, I put a ramp. If I do that quickly, I'm all the way down here. Floor and a ramp, and I've like elevated myself from about here to about there. I know it doesn't seem like much, But if you combine these over and over and over again when you're cranking up on another player, you know, you're going to be adding progressively more and more height, and the other player is just straight up not going to be able to keep up. They will not be able to get as high as you, as fast as you, if you are good at your 90s. I hope that helps you out, guys. I know this might seem like a lot if you are really, really new to the game, but trust me, just go into creative, have patience with yourself. You're going to be way better at this game than you expect to be very quickly if you're just really patient, you're really diligent, and you just give yourself a little bit of time and give yourself a break. Give yourself a little bit of patience while you're learning this, and trust me, you will pick it up, and then it will just become second nature, and it will make you into such a demon. You'll impress your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, whoever. You're going to be cracked. You're going to be cracked. You're going to have 1,000 crowns. Easy.